Hello everyone, David here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the idea of inviting the Lord to return. Inviting the Lord to return. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My channel focuses on theology and apologetics. Theology being the study of the character and nature of God, and apologetics being the defense of the Christian faith, or in other words, giving a reasoned argument for the truth of the scriptures. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and more importantly, to comment. It's your comments that drive the algorithm that make good Christian content rise to the top of our social media feeds, and isn't that what we all want? So don't forget to invite your friends as well to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment even if you disagree with what I say. So yes, inviting the Lord to return. We've heard quite a lot about that recently. There's always somebody giving a prediction that the Lord is coming back. Any time now, and so far he hasn't come back. Now he will come back at the time of his own choosing. But what I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to refer to a letter that was written by Janet Hamilton, otherwise known as Lady Earlstone. She died in 1696, and this letter was written in 1691, 5 years before she passed away, and it was only found by her friends after she'd passed away. Now, she was the wife of Sir Alexander Gordon of Earlstone, who lived between 1650 and 1726. Now, they were what's known as Covenanters. They lived in Scotland, and the Covenanters were a group of faithful ministers and Christians who worked in Scotland to uphold the principles of the National Covenant of 1638 and Solemn League and Covenant of 1643 in order to establish and defend Presbyterianism against the imposition of episcopacy, that is, the Church of England, by the state. So they suffered severe persecution through imprisonment, fines, and even, sad to say, execution. And they suffered that rather than abandon their principles. So these were people who really suffered for the gospel. So they knew in whom they believed. They knew the God of the scriptures. They knew in whom they believed and why. And they also understood that there is a dynamic that goes backwards and forwards between the Lord and his people when they are united to each other in the covenant of grace. That is, that when we have come to faith in God through the Lord Jesus Christ, through putting our faith in the finished work of God, something happens. There's something different. And Mrs. Earlstone wrote this amazing letter, and so deep, and she's talking about the opportunity to renew her personal covenant with God. And in this letter, in this writing that she wrote, she appeals to God for help with her own family, as well as showing a concern for the wider church and the national situation. Now, of course, she lived in Scotland, so all her writings were based or focused upon the state of the church in Scotland. So this letter is more than 300 years old. So I want to, as I read it, I'm going to be translating hopefully into modern English, and hopefully it'll be just as powerful today as it was then. So first of all, what she's talking about is inviting the Lord to return. And first of all, she says, come to my family. Now this is what she says. Now, Lord, I desire to enter into covenant with you this day, in opposition to all the corruptions of the body of sin that I'm lumbered with. I desire in your sight to protest against all the things in me or my family that are not like you, and this day to invite you back to my house on any terms, and do not break us with your long absence. Come, Lord Jesus, and take up your dwelling among us. We are a heartless company without you. Come to our heads and tell us what is our duty, and put work in our hands. Are you passing by us as one that has no work for us to do? O Lord, I cannot contemplate this. Do not let our iniquities put a stop in your way. Come over the mountains of opposition and put us to duty, and keep us at duty, and dwell with us. I invite you to come to my children. Let them be included among those children that you permit to come to you. Grant salvation to the one who appears to be near the end of their life. Let him have mercy in and through a complete mediator, Christ. Let your sympathy and free love be extended towards him, for he is one of your sufferers who has gone without the administration of your sacrament of baptism because of the unfaithfulness of ministers. Lord, you know it was not in contempt of your holy ordinance that he has not been baptized, but because in our situation we could not show in any more eminent way our dislike to the injuries done to you, O Lord, by unfaithful ministers. All their treachery is well known to you. Lord, break the snares and let your poor flock escape, and hasten the day when my young ones shall feed beside the shepherd's tent. And then she quotes the Song of Songs, chapter 1, verse 8. I invite you this day to every soul within my family. Let the work of grace be among them all, everyone encouraging another in the way of duty, that we may be a little sanctuary for you to dwell in. We could actually say these kind of things today when we look at what's going on in the wider church. Just today, the Church of England has announced that the new Archbishop of Canterbury is going to be female. What a travesty that is. That's going with the feminism and how can I describe it? The way the world is going. Then she says, come to our country. I invite you, O Lord, this day to return to poor covenanted Scotland. Now, for the rest of this letter, I'm going to be replacing the word Scotland for England. You could replace Scotland for your country, whichever country you live in. I invite you, O Lord, this day to return to poor covenanted England. Although she has broken covenant with you, yet you must not give up on her. Remember your former loving kindness to her, and for your own name's sake, return and deliver. Are not enemies rejoicing that they have got some of the sons and daughters of Zion to help them to lay on the gravestone and to stop the work of the gospel? Are not enemies crying, where is the covenanted God of England? and saying, if this work had been of God, it would have stood. All the blood of your people and the cause of God for which they suffered is now buried under the mockery of some and the joy of others. But rouse up yourself, you who are the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Let it be known to all the nations that the covenanted God of England lives and reigns. Oh, that the resurrection of your buried work would be more glorious than ever. Let Zion's walls be built again, so that she may be as beautiful as Tirzah, comely as Jerusalem, fair as the moon, clear as the sun, and terrible as an army with banners. Then she quotes the Song of Songs, chapter 6, so that her enemies may tremble, and so that her children, who for a long time have been mourning over her rubbish, may rejoice in her beautiful order and be compassed about with songs, as we read in Psalm 32, verse 7. I invite you to the poor, betrayed, scattered societies in England, or churches we could say, or Christian organisations, that thou art now justly contending with. The marks of your displeasure are evidently to be seen in every meeting, and absent God in every piece of duty, love and tenderness much gone. The breeding of hot-headedness and contentions and lukewarmness, nothing like a practical work among the majority, or making any progress in the way of Christianity. Has all this not come on us because our God is not among us? Oh, that you, Lord, would return and would make known for what you are contending for. Remove these spiritual plagues and let your Spirit be poured out among the poor ones who sigh in Zion, and let them again behold the King's face in peace. I desire to invite you to every afflicted and wearied soul that is tossed and is likely to faint on the dark mountains, passing through dark steps, and none to speak comfortably unto them, but every one adding to their grief. Lord, appear for their help, and shorten these days for the elect's sake, lest they faint under the burden and put forth their hands to iniquity. Then she finishes her letter with, come in spite of everything. I desire this day to covenant with you in opposition to all the powers, civil and ecclesiastical, that have eaten out the life of Christianity and are standing in opposition to you and your precious truths. And I engage never to own them till they be for you. This I engage in the strength of the Lord. I adhere to all the truths of the Old and New Testaments, and to all the testimonies given by your people for carrying on your work. I desire now to adhere to the now forgotten covenants, and to all the work of reformation which is founded on thy word. Lord, help a poor, weak, insufficient creature to hold by this, vowing and paying vows unto you. I do this day give up my dear husband and children unto you, that you may make them for you and employ them in your service, whatever the risks may be. O Lord, take them off my hand, that they may be committed in your love to your service. In the day when you go through the land with a devouring sword, let them get their souls for a prey, and be found within the bounds of the everlasting covenant. This is all my desire. May grace in exercise be their portion. I do this day solemnly enter into covenant with you, holding up my hands, vowing to be yours, giving myself up unto you, closing with you on your own terms, begging you to come and add your seal to this great work. And I desire that this covenant may be as a staff or a flagpole to hold me up from staggering on the dark mountains. O Lord, help me to have a practice in sincerity, like one who is genuinely in covenant with you. O Lord, I take the stones in the wall and the timber in the house to be witnesses that I have given up myself and all mine unto you, O Lord, this day. And she signed this letter, Janet Hamilton Earlstone, January 1691. Oh, may I have that kind of desire that God comes back and removes all my sin, and that we may see his power and his grace in our land once again, in our families once again. Thank you for watching till the end of this video. If you've got this far, then please don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. And if you have any comments, please comment too. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.